Hello everyone and welcome to this episode of the History Channel Huanbin TV Bangajiza. Today, we are going to explore the rich and fascinating history of Europe. From the ancient civilizations to the present day, the history of Europe is full of events and people that have shaped the continent into what it is today. Ancient civilizations. Let's start with the ancient civilizations of Europe. The ancient Greeks and Romans were two of the most influential civilizations in Europe's history. The Greeks made significant contributions to philosophy, politics, science, and art, while the Romans created a vast empire that lasted for centuries. These ancient civilizations laid the foundation for much of Western culture and thought. Medieval times. The next major period in European history was the Middle Ages, which lasted from the 5th to the 15th century. During this time, Europe was divided into many small kingdoms and feudal states. The Middle Ages were also a time of religious upheaval, as the Roman Catholic Church gained power and influence over much of Europe. Renaissance and Reformation. The Renaissance was a period of great cultural and intellectual growth in Europe, lasting from the 14th to the 17th century. During this time, new ideas and innovations in art, science, and philosophy flourished, leading to a revival of classical learning and a shift away from medieval thought. The Reformation was also a major event during this time, as Protestantism emerged as a new religion and challenged the dominance of the Catholic Church. Enlightenment and Industrial Revolution. The Enlightenment was a period of great intellectual and cultural growth in Europe, lasting from the late 17th to the late 18th century. During this time, new ideas about reason, science, and human rights emerged, leading to significant changes in politics, economics, and society. The Industrial Revolution was another major event during this time, as new technologies and innovations transformed Europe from an agricultural society to an industrial power. World Wars and Cold War. The 20th century was marked by two world wars and the Cold War. The First World War lasted from 1914 to 1918 and was a global conflict that changed the political and economic landscape of Europe. The Second World War lasted from 1939 to 1945 and was even more devastating, leading to the death of millions of people and the fall of several European empires. The Cold War was a period of political and military tension between the Western powers, led by the United States, and the Eastern powers, led by the Soviet Union. Present-day Europe. Today, Europe is a diverse and dynamic continent, with many different countries and cultures. The European Union, formed in the 1990s, has brought many of these countries together in a unique political and economic partnership. Europe continues to play a major role in the world, with its rich cultural heritage and its contributions to science, technology, and the arts. Outro, and that's a brief overview of the fascinating history of Europe. From ancient civilizations to the present day, the history of Europe is full of events and people that have shaped the continent into what it is today. I hope you enjoyed this episode and learned something new. If you have any questions or comments, please leave them in the comments section below. Thanks for watching and see you in the next episode.